you're gonna have to work.
Now you're stopping.
You have to work because that's why you're here, and then you have to make sure. Yeah, this is like you gotta make sure that you work and do what you want to do, because it's still your life, you know what I mean? And that is like, that's where your freedom is, you know what I mean? And it really, like, the people who just like sit around and have a bunch of money, and that's how they live, is like they like loan the money out and stuff. You know, that's kind of immoral living. I mean, to a certain degree, you know, because they're not really contributing much. And in a lot of cases, what they are contributing is they're encouraging like greed, you know what I mean? Because they want people to like come and borrow more money from them so they can make more money off like interest rates. Because, you know, how much money can you really make just like loaning people money, and then, you know, they fuck up, and, you know what I mean? I mean, a lot of times, I know, like, I don't pay a lot of shit, you know what I mean? Like, I just fucking won't pay it, because it's like, you know, you go to the hospital or something.
What are you looking for? It's right by your feet.
Yeah, when you know, so that's important to just do what the universe is telling you to do, you know what I mean? Because it's in there, and you know what you want to do, and then you got to figure out, well, how do I make the money off of it, you know? Because you know what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like in like a Nietzschean, like, this is just like following your instincts. Like, you know, there's something that you want to do all day, you know? Like, if everything was gone, and you really just got to figure out how to shake everything away from that, you know, that's like standing in the way, you know, whether it's like lack of knowledge, you know, like sometimes that's someone's problem, and then you need to gain more knowledge in your topic, and then go back and then do it with more strength, you know.
Yeah. So you don't think that being a producer would be bad then, is what you're saying?
No, yeah, because it's like, you don't always get to do what you want to do, but you at least have to plan. I figured you have to plan in shades, like, you know what I mean? So like, you know, like, how disillusioned you are with reality. You know what I mean? Because everybody's egos are kind of at different levels, and like, it's really hard to tell where your ego really is, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm the shit, but does that mean I really am the shit? You know what I mean?
It doesn't matter what other people think, though. So
yeah, but there's still an objective truth at some level, you know what I mean? Like, there's still those people who never really had a chance at something, you know what I mean?
Like retarded people.
Well, I mean, there's that, but I mean, there's also, you know, like, I mean...
But they don't even know that.
Well, I know, but exactly, you know what I mean? You can't really see what your downsides are. So when you're planning your future, you gotta kind of, like, you know what I mean? You gotta kind of decide, like, the whole spectrum of, you know, best case to worst case scenario. And then, you know what I mean? You know, yeah, you know, maybe out of everything I end up being like a fucking, you know, electrician, and I'm just like fucking hooking up cable all day, or, you know, fucking putting new lights in people's houses, you know what I mean? But I planned for that, you know what I mean? Because that's something I could do all day and still, like, not really hate, you know what I mean? That was how I did it. I did it from... Because you definitely don't want to do something you hate, because you're just going to have a terrible life.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people end up doing. I think, like, you know, in a lot of cases, someone ends up making someone pregnant and then having to just get a good job, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then that's whenever, you know what I mean, you just kind of have to just, it's just what you have to do, and you end up fucking up, you know what I mean, the plan,
yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why they always tell you no sex before marriage, is because what they really want is no babies before marriage, because you got to already be ready and settled down before you have a baby.
Yeah.
You know? And then, you know, you just have to just, you know, keep everything straight and clear towards your goals, and just kind of go for it, you know, just walk to the sun, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because it's not fast, you know what I mean? Like...
The sun?
No, the walking.
Yeah.
sun's fast.
Yeah. Burns you up.
Yeah, but you get faster as you go. You're running down a hill.
Oh, it's a hill.
It's a hill. Downhill.
Alright. Cool.
But at first, it's kind of
uphill.
You're in like a volcano. It's cool.
Okay, I like that.
Standing on the magma.
I kind of actually pictured it kind of like the Earth, but more like this. So we're kind of like, we could go over at any moment, you know?
Yeah.
To the other side, but the plan is really like that.
Right. So it's just important to follow the sun.